I think this offseason isn't as... It's not as contentious as last offseason. Because you knew last offseason, and then when I say you, I mean some of you, because there are the fucking idiots that wanted Malik Willis and Kyle Hamilton, but we'll let you just sit in your corner for now. It's okay. But most of you realized, I would say, that this team needed to go all in and get a pass rush. And they still need help. That's why Kalijah Kancey, to me, is the obvious fucking pick. But, moving past that, they needed obvious help last year. Go address it. Go draft a safety. Go draft edge rushers. They drafted 2 of them, then they drafted Kirby. Kirby worked, Aiden worked, Josh Pascal to be determined. Mm-hmm. Oh, and they somehow traded up 20 spots by swapping picks and got Jameson Williams, who could be the best receiver coming out of that class. You're going into this year, Jeff, I'm not as stressed, no contention, nothing.
Yeah.
It's just business. It's just business.
And I think that's the difference, too, with I just keep bringing up Jalen Ramsey because it's a prime example of what I'm trying to do as someone who talks about the Lions every single day. If I'm Brad Holmes, and Brad has hit on a lot of draft picks, we know that. We talk about it all the time, how great he is identifying talent, especially late in the draft. But eventually, you're not going to need every single pick in the draft. I mean, let's be honest. You're hoping to fill out your roster to where those picks become luxury picks or stash picks. Guys like, the Eagles, they take Jordan Davis. They use him situationally. But as the years go on, he'll become a full-time starter. But you're basically just taking guys to contribute. Right now, you're finding your foundation. What they've done the last 2 years, drafting your Aleem McNeils, your Ahmed St. Browns, Penei Sewells, all these guys, Malcolm, James Houston, Aiden, Kirby, you're finding your foundation. Once that foundation is laid and you have a set of core players, that's when I can get into the conversation of, and I keep bringing up a second and a third round pick, whatever the cost is for Ramsey, because next year, you're probably not as concerned about finding a stud in the third round. You have mostly a complete roster. You got to go out and take chance. It's like the 49ers. The 49ers had Elijah Mitchell, and they said, you know what, go get Christian McCaffrey. Let's go get Christian McCaffrey. Even though you talk about the team not needing, there's only a couple things they need defensively, the 49ers had a good run game. They just went and got Christian McCaffrey to bolster the run game. So you want to get to the point where your franchise is on the brink of contending, and you have to go out and get these players, not having to rely on rookies in the draft. And they're not there yet, but they're probably a year away. So that's why when I talk about future draft capital, I'm not as worried about giving it up, because you're probably not going to be as concerned about the draft capital when you're consistently contending in the NFC.